Happy Thursday, everyone. Hope everyone's having an awesome Thursday. I am heading to a doctor's appointment, my family doctor, to discuss this cough. Sounds like I have croup, so I'm gonna go to see him, and then at 12 o'clock I have to go for my fluids at the infusion center. I'm so upset. Like, when I uploaded the video finally last night, my phone on my YouTube app was saying that one of the videos that I was trying to upload, that I had to do something different, failed. And I was like, oh, that must be the old message. So I clicked delete, not knowing that that was the actual one that was published. So I'm so upset because people were starting to view it, and I had comments on it, and it's gone, and I can't get it back. And because I had deleted, because once I uploaded, I deleted from my phone to reserve this memory. So I think I'm really gonna have to invest in a webcam maybe, or some other type of inexpensive camera until I can afford the good stuff. But yeah, I was really mad. So yeah, so my road rage Krispy Kreme has been gone. So yeah, and I just found out how to do the iCloud and all of that stuff, so I'm behind on the times. If there's a glare, I'm sorry. I don't know. I've just been dragging this morning just to get out of the house, just literally dragging. So I will take you along and try to film at the doctor's office. I have to kind of do it discreetly, as you know. So I will talk to everyone a little later.
What's this, a scab? What did you have done?
Scab?
It says here, scab over surgical site on right ankle.
No, not me.
You don't have an ankle surgery?
I'm here for cough.
Yeah, I might have the wrong
I
chart then.
think you might have.
It happens. Alright, hold on, let me get you pulled up. It's not memory loss that you've gone crazy. You've got wounds all over. You think you're coughing, but you're not really. That could be it. How long you had a cough?
You saw me on the 10th.
You're still coughing.
Yeah.
Not good.
And I guess it's worse in the afternoon and at night. And it gets to the point, I'm coughing so bad it sounds like croup. And I can't breathe. So I don't know what the deal is. Because my oxygen's been dropping for the last couple months anyway, which I returned my oxygen back in March, which I probably shouldn't
What was
have.
it this time?
Today it's good. It's good while I'm sitting. It's just when I'm up doing.
Do you have something wrong with your lungs?
Just with my lupus. They didn't figure out why I was on it for a year and a half. It dropped to the 70s, so
Interesting.
yeah.
You have a pulmonologist or no?
I do in Alabama, but I haven't seen them since
Do you want to get one down here?
if I have to. I kind of want to go. I need a the pulse ox walk test. I probably need to repeat that in my POT before I go see someone else. I don't
Usually
know.
the other ones who do that though. Like this is the 6-minute walk, and then
Well, Dr. Brown ordered it last time, so
where do you order it from?
here. I just do it downstairs, and then once she got the results, and then it was like, okay, well, you need to go back. I just don't want to drive to Alabama if I don't have to.
I wouldn't do it either.
Yeah. I didn't really care for the doctors here, so.
Now you used steroids last time or no?
Yep, you gave me a Z-Pack and steroids. A Metro dose. And you gave me the Tesla pearls, and they did not do anything, so I stopped taking it.
Okay, not very effective.
I think they work better in old people.
I must have offered you some of the cough syrup because I don't usually give
You
people that
said, but I think because I had left and I called back, and then you're like, hey, yeah. So I really don't. I don't know. I don't want anything with like codeine because I take a half of Norco at night, and I don't want those to like interact or whatever.
Really, all the other prescription cough syrups have.
They've all got codeine in them?
Well, no, some have hydrocodone, which is the same thing as that's in the Norco.
So is it safe, or do I just don't take the Norco?
Probably could hold off on the Norco that night if you wanted to take something for your cough.
Well, I just don't, because I know with lupus you can get pleurisy really easy, but like my ribs have been hurting, and I don't know if it's just because I'm so sore from the coughing, but the fact that I've had everything else with lupus but not a cold, it's just, I don't know if it's just taking a while for me to just kick it.
We don't listen to you.
Okay.
Lupus is one of those in the category of we don't trust you. I'm sure I told you that. Kind of like a diabetic. They just do weird things.
They do. And my husband's like,
Oxygen's not bad today.
yeah. It's always good when I sit. I mean, even at home when I check my pulse ox, if it drops, in the 80s, I just sit down and just chill out for a minute. But I know it's not good to keep doing that, so.
Alright, let me sit up here. Alright, take some deep breaths. Just breathe on me for a second or two. What time did I hit on both sides last time, or what did I?
I don't think at the time I think it was like right in here, and it hadn't reached my chest, but like it literally hurts to breathe.
Yeah. Just sit right now. Got a little bit of crackles on that right side. Not bad. You're moving air well. When's the last time you had a chest X-ray?
I don't know.
Like more than a year ago?
Oh yeah.
Probably when I get one.
Oh
Just
yeah.
to humor myself.
Yeah. That's what I told her that I needed.
Started asking her about the scab on her foot. She's like, "What are you
Yeah.
talking about?"
Sorry.
Well, we worked through it.
Cool.
It happened.
No amputations.
I mean, so you willing to see a pulmonologist here? I mean, just maybe, or we want to wait on the chest
Can we wait on
X-ray?
the chest X-ray first?
You can wait on the chest X-ray if you want to.
Because when I saw, what did I see, Dr. Wade's office,
Mhm.
and this is why I was still on oxygen, and they were like, well, we don't see why you need the oxygen, and, they tried to do the walk test in their office, and I'm like, okay, so my sats didn't drop, but I'm like, that doesn't mean just because today it didn't drop. I've been in the medical field, and I know when it drops, like, I get an instant headache when my oxygen's low.
Really?
Yeah. So, I don't know, they kind of like blew it off. And so I was just like, okay, I'll just go. The reason I go to Alabama is because I used to work for that doctor and I trust him. So, yeah.
As far as you know, before you haven't had lupus in your lungs, or you have?
Not that I know. They've done a lung biopsy and it didn't show up at that time. But the lung biopsy, I think, was over a year ago. Because I had an issue where our apartment, before we bought our house, it had mold. And so they were concerned that could have been in my lungs.
Of course.
So, I don't know, there's a lot. I don't know. Because I'm seeing a neurologist now. I have to have an MRI next week of my brain and my neck. Because they think that I could possibly have MS or some other connective.
Lupus isn't enough for you?
Exactly. I was like, oh, yippee. Because my reflexes in my legs and my arms, they just sit there like nothing happens. So they're trying to figure out why.
So I'll have to call you with this chest X-ray and
Okay.
put them up here.
Do they let you just walk in for chest X-rays?
I think you have to check in where the labs are, and then they send you over. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But just tell the girls up front you want to get them done today because they have to put something in the computer.
Okay. Because I'm going to infusion, so I'll let them. Crazy patient in infusion told the nurse she needed to go back to her country. LOL.
I'm very sure they can too. You're right. You're right.
Are they getting ready to raise the kids up there yet? Out in that country yet?
No, I'm gonna raise them here first.
Yeah, okay.
I might, when they're teenagers, I might go to France and let them stay
You
with their
know,
dad.
my boy graduated A student at Walton County, the Finian Twin. He graduated as an A student at the top of his class.
Well,
all his books.
That's wonderful. I know you're proud of him.
Yeah, I am. I'm proud of all of them.
So join
Hey guys.
Tuesday.
So have just got finished at the hospital and the doctor's office. I went to the doctor's office first, then I went to do my fluid infusion. Then I just did a chest x-ray that the doctor wanted me to do. So it's supposed to be stat, so I guess he'll call me today or in the morning to let me know the results. I tried to record while I was in there, so I don't know how much footage I got. But basically he was saying that he heard crackles on the right side of my lung towards the bottom, and he wants to put me on 10 more days worth of antibiotics. He wanted to do more steroids, but I was scheduled to start my steroids on Sunday. My prednisone that I do 5 milligrams before my Benlysta. So I'm just gonna start that today versus waiting. I just don't like I've been saying, I don't feel good. I'm glad that he listened or whatever and got the stuff that I needed. He's also giving me a cough syrup, so I have to take that script to the pharmacy to get filled. So yeah, we have a track meeting tonight with some of the parents to discuss the upcoming season. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna go or not. Just kind of wore out at this point. But yeah, I have been telling them, like, when I went in like a week ago or a week and a half. Well, I think it was the 10th. I don't even know what today is. It was the 10th when I was in there last, and I kept telling him, I was like, it feels like it's in my chest, because I felt like it was like bubbles and like gurgling sounds. But at the time he was like that it wasn't, that he felt like it was just nasal, congestion that was starting to go in my chest. And as you guys know, like when you have lupus and you're on immunosuppressants, like when you get an antibiotic that's supposed to be like a simple 5-day antibiotic, you really have to take it for at least 10 days, 7 to 10 days, because it takes our system so much longer for the antibiotics to start responding. So I guess I'm at a point to where I'm kind of frustrated, because like I think my 10 days will be up like right before my Benlysta, and sometimes they'll make me wait a week to do my Benlysta. Because if I'm on antibiotics, so I'll send a message to my rheumatologist. I don't know what she's gonna want me to do, because I'm supposed to have surgery on the 16th. So I was scheduled for tomorrow to stop taking my Cellcept. So now I just have to not take it starting, I guess, tonight. I don't even know at this point what she wants me to do. So hopefully she'll respond before they close today, because they're off on Fridays. So yeah, I'm just trying to deal with all of this uncertainty of stuff, and it's just gets to be a lot. I've been praying like, God, show me if I don't need to have the surgery, and I'm like, well, maybe that's my answer, because I'm going to be on these antibiotics. So I really don't know. Excuse me. At this point, I'm just tired. I told him that, I wanted to have an oxygen test again, my walking test, where they walk you for 6 minutes to check, your oxygen saturation. And he's like, oh, well, that's normally the pulmonologist. And I was like, look, my pulmonologist is in Alabama, and it's just time for me to have a repeat. I don't really need to go to Alabama if I don't have to go to Alabama. You know, it was like, if it's abnormal, then fine, I will go back. But the doctors where I live, like, there's one other pulmonology group that I've never been to, but the one that I did go to, they were so awful. They were no help whatsoever on trying to get answers to why I was having my oxygen drop the way it was dropping. So it was just frustrating when you don't get answers, and everyone's like, oh, it's just lupus. And it's like, well, I understand that, but it has to be more than just lupus. You know, I went through all this stuff because they thought I had pulmonary hypertension. After 3 heart caths later, they determined no, I didn't, which I'm thankful, don't get me wrong. But it's like when you know in your body that something is just not right, but like nobody really wants to listen. So hopefully my rheumatologist, she'll say something, because like I told the doctor, like, I know a lot of people with lupus get pleurisy really easily, and I told him, like, it hurts so bad to breathe in and out. It's just unbearable pain. So I don't know. So probably won't make a really long movie after this. I'm just at McDonald's, gonna grab a bite to eat, since I've been at the hospital since 11 and it's now 2:30. So yeah, I'm gonna grab that to eat and go drop off my cough syrup prescription, because they couldn't call that one in because of the codeine. So yeah, that's where I'm at with everything. So I just hope everyone is having a good day, better day than what I feel. You know, I'm thankful to be alive, and it's kind of like you get tired of having to say that you hurt all the time and you're tired all the time. And you know, I think I'm gonna start, you know, how the positive affirmation to just, even if I feel bad, I'm gonna just try to say something positive when I get up. I don't want to say, man, I'm so tired, man, my back hurts, you know. So I'm just gonna smile, you know. And the doctor was like, well, I don't know if it's pneumonia, it might be just bronchitis, I'm not really sure, because you don't look bad enough for someone with pneumonia. And I'm thinking to myself, well, if you would have saw me yesterday, you would have said that. And I'm thinking to myself, not everyone looks horrible with pneumonia, because there's people that have walking pneumonia that they never knew they had it and they looked fine. So whatever. But yeah, let me grab something to eat, and I might wrap it up a little bit later. Once I get home, I may say a couple more things, or this might be just a short vlog today. Bye guys.
So what are you waiting?
Hey guys, I still haven't made it home yet. I just left the pharmacy, and the prescription, the cough syrup that the doctor gave me, because he gave me these pills called Tesla and Pearls that was supposed to help with the cough, you know, back on the 10th, and it didn't work. So then he was like, well, all the good stuff has codeine in it, and I was like, I really don't want anything with codeine, because I already have, you know, that in my pain medication. So he just told me to, like, you know, hold off on my pain pills to take this stuff. So for a 4-ounce bottle, they were like, well, it's gonna be $50 because your insurance doesn't cover it. And I was like, I don't even want the stuff. So I ended up having to only get 2 ounces, because I know how bad it is when I'm coughing. And I'm just like, this is ridiculous. It's like you're on disability, you get Medicare. I can't afford to get a secondary insurance because I'm 36 and everything is made for people over 50, and they wanted to charge me $600 or $700 just to have secondary. And I'm like, well, that's like over half of my check, so no. It's just frustrating. Like, it's like you fight for so long to get something, and then it's like I'm supposed to have it to where my prescription it doesn't exceed a certain amount, and then if it's something that's like not on the formulary, it's not supposed to reach over, like, I don't know, less than $20. So I have to call the company to find out what the deal is, because I've had to literally pay out of pocket for my last 2 prescriptions, like the potassium that works, that dissolves in juice. I had to pay out of pocket for that because it said that it wasn't on the formulary for the insurance. And so I was like, well, why can't you get a prior auth? And she was like, well, it's not on the formulary, so you would just have to pay cash or the doctor will have to change it. I'm like, Lord help. So now I've got to get home. I'm almost there. I'm pulling in now to the subdivision and try to get this resolved. So I'll talk to you guys on tomorrow. Bye-bye. And be blessed.